Hey YouTube, it's March 22nd. Just giving an update on the coronavirus. I was trying to think of the other word that they called it, and it doesn't come to mind. I think it's CV-19, if I'm not mistaken. Um, we are on the tip of New England. We have one case in our county so far. At our winter residence, we have 0 at our summer residence. However, where I work, we bring in people from all over. Most of that has stopped. We are required to check in with medical and security every morning for temperature checks, visuals, etc., etc. A lot of the store areas are getting mobbed as far as they're getting shipments during the day. People are hoarding. We're not hurting in any way, I guess you could say. Uh, we've always kept, we're not hoarders, we're not preppers. We just, let me take those off. There we go. We just, I've always liked to have a little bit of extra stuff laying around. All our stores are open. However, down the road there's a store, restaurant, excuse me, usually employs, I'd say 6 to 12 people on any given day, and it varies. There's roughly 3 people there working, but it's still open. It's still stocked with stuff. I'm sure that most anything that we wanted would be there. The traffic is very minimum. Where I work, I can also see what we call the highway. It's a two-way highway. It's usually pretty busy during the days. It has not been busy. Today was kind of a tough day to tell because Sundays around here are usually quiet. I'm against the coronavirus altogether. Uh, in town, I just spoke with someone in town, and I guess they're quite concerned that, where the supplies are kind of running out, even though we live in a safe community overall. I mean, we have our problems just like everyone else, but I mean, you don't have people murdering people in the streets or anything like that. That's a very rare thing here. I wouldn't say to come here if you are looking for someplace to get away. I don't think that's the answer in any way. That's up to you. I can say that both places that I live are very small communities. We all know each other. And that actually does help. Here, I'm not as close with my neighbor as my summer home, which is off grid for the most part. We did put in electricity, but we don't need it. Everything seems to be functioning the way that it's supposed to. Of course, I'm taking precautions. If I do have to go into a store, most people that know me realize that I am a smoker. I don't buy my normal 3 packs of cigarettes. I buy a carton. I don't buy a 6-pack of beer. Most people know I like my beer. If I buy my wife a drink, I got her 3 last time I went in the store. Usually one lasts her 2 days. Gas, I have gloves for the fuel pumps. I try not to handle cash. Not that I have any, but I do try not to handle any. Other than that, I think most everything from my perspective, I'm not a very social person. I don't go out a whole lot, but most everything does look to be functioning, and most people are taking heed and staying in. There's people that are now talking about they should have guns and etc. whatnot. And I think that's a personal choice. Me personally, I'm not answering that question, but I think anyone that goes out and buys a gun needs to ask themselves if they're willing to use it. And that's not an easy decision. I don't personally need firearms. Some of you have seen my dogs. Well, at least one of my dogs. They probably wouldn't let anything happen to Mama, okay? I guess with this virus, we need to look at where we're going to be a year from now. I'm concerned with the stimulus packages, if that's what we're calling them, or the virus packages, or whatever. If we're giving people money, it has to be paid back by the American people. I think that we have to be really cautious to whom we give the money to, and hope that they do the best that they can with it. I'll try to do an update on this. I know you guys are all getting sick of the coronavirus and all this stuff, and this just really isn't just about the coronavirus. It's basically about history. I mean, this is the Spanish flu, basically, of the new millennium, and it will be interesting to see how things change. I think a lot of people that weren't prepared, and the CDC told you be prepared for 6 months. I don't know as if I'm prepared for 6 months. I know I'm good for a week. I'm good for 2 weeks maybe. But that's always been my mentality, is you don't go and buy a single roll of toilet paper, you buy an 8-pack. You don't buy one bottle of ketchup, you buy 2. And when you get down to 1, you buy 2 more. But not everyone can do that. I mean, around here we have a lot of low-paying jobs. Oh, there goes one of my dogs right there. So it's difficult. Our rent is very expensive. I don't rent, I own, luckily. I don't know how people rent nowadays because it is so expensive to start out. Sorry about that light. But I don't think that we need to panic. I think that we need to help one another. I think trading, hey, look, I got a roll of toilet paper, you have a baggie full of salt, you know. I've paid some of my neighbors in stuff that I've had, you know, whether it's vegetables or meats, and I also pay them with time. You know, look, you're doing this. Do you need help with that? If you can help me do this. But not everyone has that relationship with their neighbors. But I think that's definitely the way to go, is try to go onto the trade system, because it's going to benefit everyone in the long run. So I'm going to probably get this video deleted because I'm smoking. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update, and if somebody wants to send me an update of where they're at, that would be kind of interesting. And like I said, I know everyone's getting sick of the CV-19 and all that, but I think that we need to keep an eye out on each other and kind of see where everyone's at. If they're telling you to stay in, stay in. It is a real thing. I realize that speaking with someone from Korea, that they were scared, and that it was a real thing. So I hope that you stay safe, you keep your family safe. Get-togethers are kind of on a minimum right now, but I'm going to end this here. Otherwise, I'll ramble on and on and on. It's already 10 minutes. So, hey, you guys, stay safe. Keep me updated, and I will try to keep you updated. Thank you, YouTube.